Well, welcome everybody to our Emerald training group. My name is Ashley Beeman and I am the founder of Team Fearless. If you don't know who I am, I've been a coach now for about 4.5 years. I am a 1-star diamond and I just wanted to do this training for you guys I just felt like it was necessary, like something that needed to happen with a lot of coaches. So I've decided to do a um a 4-week call series, just about things I think are good for coaches who are trying to get to Emerald or who are already Emerald, what they should be doing and where they should be going. And then after that, I plan on doing like the next level, like a diamond trading, so like a 4-week call series of that. I'm very fly by the seat of my pants, so I just decided to do this a couple days ago and decided to invite everybody onto it. I know the call time is a little weird, but it works for me, and I will definitely record all of the calls. I do have a plan for some of the calls that are going to happen in the next 4 weeks. We're going to be talking about recruiting and what to do when you sign a new coach. But I also want to hear from you guys and hear what you guys want to hear or what you want to be trained on. And I might even have some other leaders jump on and do the calls with me. So today, what I'm going to be talking to you guys about is basically the basics of Emerald, the compensation plan, cycle bonuses, like why you should get to Emerald and things like that. There's a lot of information in this call. I'm going to try to keep it 30 minutes. It might be a little longer. And this information might be overwhelming to you if you have not heard it before. But you need to hear it once, and then once you hear it again and again and again, it gets easier. It took me a long time for all of this to click and actually, say, oh, okay, I get it now. So again, if you have any questions, you can save those for the end and just let me know. I'm going to share my screen and I am going to show you guys a little PowerPoint presentation. I did not create this PowerPoint presentation. If you know me at all, I am not good at that. My coach Samantha actually created this, and that's something I love about this business is that we get to, do what we're good at, and if we're not good at something, you usually have somebody on your team that is. So, you don't have to stress about that. Everyone works together and shares their stuff. So, rank advancement and compensation. First, what I'm going to start off talking to you guys about is what is an active coach. Now, some of this information may be repetitive to you. If it is, still soak it all in, because once you become a leader, you are going to want to teach this to your coaches also. Just jumping on, if you could mute yourself, that would be good. I can't mute on when I'm sharing my screen. Okay. So, what does an active coach mean? An active coach is that you have 50 personal volume points every 5 weeks. If you don't know what personal volume points are, personal volume points basically come from the orders that we place ourselves or the orders that our customers order from us. And everything in the back office has a PV amount. And when you go in there, you can find out what that is. So as long as you have 50 personal volume points every 5 weeks, your coach account will stay active. That means that you can receive commissions. That means that basically your account is active. If you go inactive and let's say you go inactive and you sign up a coach with a challenge pack, you're not going to get that commission from that because you're not active. But every single coach should be on Shakeology HD because that's part of our vital behaviors. And Shakeology HD is 90 PV. So if you are on that, then you don't even have to worry about the 50 personal volume points. You also have to make sure that your $15.95 a month business fee is paid every single month to keep your coach account active and also to be able to use the discount. So if you signed up, hold on, I'm going to move that because I can't see. If you signed up with, if you signed up with a challenge pack as a coach, let's say, I know that this slideshow is made for brand new coaches, but if you sign up as a challenge pack with a coach, in 30 days, you are going to get your monthly auto ship of Shakeology, your $15.95 a month business fee is going to come out, and your Beachbody Club membership is going to come out. Your Beachbody Club membership is what gets you access to Beachbody on demand, and that is $38.95 every 3 months. You do not have to keep this open until you become an Emerald Coach, which we'll go over, but I highly suggest using it because it is the new thing that everybody's using, Beachbody on demand, and it ends up only being $2.99 a month. So this is just a general of a new coach. So how do you rank advance? And let's talk a little bit about strong legs and weak legs. I know that gets confusing for everybody, but once you hear it and you hear it over and over again, then you will learn it more. So as a coach, it's just you and yourself, and you might start seeing some other coaches pop up underneath you, and you're thinking, where are those coaches coming from? Those coaches are coaches that either your sponsor or somebody above you has signed up and they're being placed underneath you, or they could be somebody from the coaches that are underneath you that have signed up and placed them. To rank advanced to be an Emerald Coach, you need to sign up. I hope you guys can hear my dog. It's crazy barking in there. To be an Emerald Coach, you need to sign up to personally sponsored coaches. So this does not mean that those coaches that were placed underneath you that from other coaches, those do not count. It has to be directly to you. So even if they're not placed directly underneath you because of those other coaches, they still have to be your personally sponsored coach. So they have to be active with at least 50 personal volume points. I always say I never ever sign somebody up without a challenge pack, even if it's a family member or like signing up my husband or something like that, because you can't get a challenge pack again once you sign up as a coach, and it's the best deal. And then you also get the Success Club points. So basically, to get to Emerald, you need to sign up 2 coaches, and then that activates your Emerald status. The next rank is Ruby, which I'm not going to get too much into these other ranks, but the next rank is Ruby, and a lot of people tend to skip over that. But you need 4 personally sponsored coaches. And then the next rank after that is Diamond, and you need 4 personally sponsored coaches on each leg, and you need 2 of those coaches to go Emerald. I apologize. For your Ruby rank, you also need 2 of those coaches to be Emerald. So these are Emerald coaches. But we're going to focus on Emerald today and why it is so important and how easy it is to get there. Let me see what's next comes up. Okay. So your requirements for being an Emerald coach. You need to have 90 personal volume points. So that's your Shakeology HD. They need to be, a home direct order, either Shakeology or the Performance Line or something like that. You have to have that every single month. Your business fee has to be your monthly business fee has to be paid, and your on-demand membership needs to be active too. So you need to keep that. Your Team Beachbody profile, which is what you log into at the beginning before you get into your back office, needs to be at least 80% complete. You need to have a bio written up there, a profile picture, and then there's something else, but I can't quite remember. But once you get on there and you start filling out the profile, it'll show up and it'll tell you how much the percentage of it is filled out. And your personally sponsored coaches must stay active every 5 weeks in order for you to hold your Emerald rank. So what are the benefits of becoming an Emerald coach? There are a few different benefits of becoming an Emerald coach. It's kind of like activating your business center, because this is when you can start receiving team cycle bonuses. And I'm going to explain more about that in a bit. But team cycle bonuses are awesome because we all work as a team in this business, and it really helps so that you are not having to sell so much retail. And it helps, just to add that extra income in there and take advantage of that. So getting to Emerald quickly is something that I suggest. It shouldn't take you very long to get there anyways, because I always suggest signing up your spouse first off and getting them on your weak leg, which I'll explain more about when we go into cycle bonuses. And then maybe signing up a friend or family member or somebody that is close to you and get them on the other leg so that you can be an active emerald, and also so that you have those 2 spots in your downline that are direct to you, because that will help you in the future, which again, I'll explain later. But so team cycle bonuses. For every team cycle bonus that you earn in a week, you earn for 1 cycle bonus equals $14 as an emerald, $16 as a ruby, and $18 as a diamond. Also, when you hit Success Club and you are an emerald, you are going to be getting customer leads. For Success Club 5, you are going to get customer leads, which is basically somebody that has bought a program and they're assigning you to as a free coach, but you're not going to get the sale for that lead. You can reach out to those customers, try to help them, and maybe they'll end up purchasing something from you in the past. Or maybe these could be non-paid leads, somebody that just signed up on the Team Beachbody website. So you can get those leads. Honestly, I went emerald my first month as a coach, and I've had a guy that buys for me. I think it's like every other month he buys Shakeology for me. So if you add that up, I mean, $30 every month just for hitting Success Club and being emerald is a pretty good deal, in my opinion, especially if you look like 4.5 years later and he still continues to buy for me. Then you can, if you hit Success Club 10, you're going to get what are called Success Club leads, and they're paid leads. These are, you are guaranteed at least 1 paid lead the next month after you hit Success Club 10. So these are from Shakeology orders, and sometimes you will even get magic Success Club points from these. I know last month I got 2 points from a Success Club lead, and this week alone I had 2 orders. So just for hitting Success Club 10 last month, I have made $60 just from that. So those are definitely some perks to becoming emerald. Okay, so now on to team cycle bonuses, and I have to look over at my notes here. 1 second. So how do you earn a team cycle bonus? The way you earn a team cycle bonus is based upon the team volume on your strong and weak leg. Now, again, your strong and weak leg just depends on where the volume is at. And I know that that could be confusing, and I'm going to go into my back office after this and show you guys where you can see this and how it all works. But your strong, where the most volume is going to be your strong leg. It is usually the leg that you are having other coaches place underneath you, not the leg that nobody is placing coaches underneath you. That's your weak leg. That's where you would be building your team for the most part. Sometimes they flop around. Just like me, I was a little tangent placed on an inside leg. So I had to completely build both of my legs by myself. And that's why sometimes that they can flop back and forth between your strong and your weak leg. But if you're looking here and you're looking at this volume, the right leg volume of this person is 534 and the left leg volume is 350. So their strong leg is going to be their right leg. And the way that you earn a cycle bonus is that for every 200 volume points on your strong leg and every 100 volume points on your weak leg, you're going to earn 1 cycle bonus. So these have to match up. So in this case, you're going to see, I'm just focusing on example 1 right now. You're going to get 200 out of 534 twice. So you're going to get 2 cycle bonuses, and then you're going to be left over with some money. So you would earn $28 or some carryover volume. So you will earn $28 from this this volume right here. Now let's say it was 600 and 300 even, then you would be earning 3. So every time you get a 200 and a 100, a 200 and a 100, every time you see that from either the strong or the weak leg, you're going to earn $14 or more if you are a diamond. Now, if you, for instance, in this situation, you cycled twice, so you would end up with 134 points that weren't used on your strong leg, and that actually carries over into your next week as long as you stay an emerald and you you have an active status. So what you can do, that carryover volume basically will help you out I need to turn this off. That carryover volume will help you to the next week, it'll move over, or it'll just stay there for a while. And this is why it's important to get to Emerald quickly, because if you have a, you know, coaches being placed under you, and there is you are on a really strong team that's creating a lot of volume, you're going to want to save those volume points, because once you start building your weak leg, then you're going to use them up, and you're going to be able to cycle more and make more money off of that. So if this was, let's say that this was week 1 and this was week 2, their weak and strong leg flipped, which I know is confusing, but it'll get easier as you go. And there was carryover points. So there was 150 carryover points for, I'm sorry, their weak and strong leg did not flip. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry, guys. So you're going to have 150 carryover volume points on your weak leg. And then you are going to have 134 volume points on the strong leg. And I did the math wrong when I wrote it down. But you would still, because you would only end up with 145 volume points on your weak leg, you're still only going to cycle 1 time, because you would need that to match 2 to 1. But the volume and the cycle bonuses happen quickly, especially when you start building your team. So it's important to get there and start earning that extra money right away. And then again, like I explained on your carryover volume, and again, Samantha did this, so I don't have the exact math that she did for this right here, but I think that she used an $18 cycle instead of a 14. So if you had carryover volume, like this person did right here, they had 9,307. That's $837 that's banked away, because that's how it would end up along with the carryover volume once you start building the other leg. It's important to realize that once you get to Emerald that you do start carrying over, because I wasn't really taught this, or I didn't understand that. And what happened to me was my husband got placed on my strong, because if you could move yourself, that'd be awesome, because I didn't have a strong and a weak leg, because I was on inside leg. And I didn't start building his business center until last year. So as you sign up your spouse, they do not have to do the business. This is there for you to be able to, you know, in a sense, double dip. So once you sign up your spouse, they are going to be getting that carryover volume from you, and then it helps you, you know, make an extra income. So as long as you hold your Emerald rank, you will continue to get carryover volume. And if you drop from Emerald, you must stay active in order to keep that carryover volume. But I wanted to go in the back office and show you guys where you can see all that, and also to show you guys why it's important to get to Emerald rank. And this is in my husband's business. Again, I didn't realize that, you know, I didn't understand carryover volume. So I didn't have him at Emerald rank right now. He's not there right now because that's not what I'm working towards. But last year I got him to Emerald. He stayed there for a long time, and then I just keep him active status. But if you go into your back office and you go under my business, then you go to my volume, then you can go to my carryover volume. And of course, my internet's not going to work. Let's try again. My volume, and then to my carryover volume. Okay, so he has 90,000 carryover points. This is why you want to get to Emerald quickly, is because you want to hold those points so that when you do start building, you know, your weak leg, that you're going to automatically start cycling, and it's going to work for you. The reason, that's a little bit of a tangent of why I'm not building him right now, because eventually these volume points will build up and they'll flush, but that's a different training and like kind of a higher level training. But you definitely want to get there so that you can hold these volume points. It's really important for you to be able to get there and use those. They're not the end all be all, but it is nice that when you start building your weak leg right away, you're going to start cycling right away. So that's why you want to definitely get to Emerald quickly. There are, okay. And that's what I wanted to show you guys there. I'm going to exit out of there. And then I also wanted to show you guys in the back office. I will post this underneath the call when it loads, but these are the compensation, like the basics of the compensation plan. And I just saw this today. So this is definitely something that you should keep, on your phone or your computer or anything so you can look at. It breaks down how you make money, and it also breaks down cycle bonuses and cycle bonus caps. So as an Emerald rank, you can cap out on your cycle bonuses at $250 a week. That's the most you can make from cycle bonuses. As a Ruby, it's $1,000, and Diamond, it's $2,000. So rank and volume are both important in this business because you will start to cap out. So you will have to rank advance to get to the next level. And it just shows you a little bit more of the requirements and what you need and everything like that. So this is something I would definitely have you guys get and learn more about. I'm going to stop this share. And just, go on. Okay, carryover. I was just reading what's on there. Carryover is definitely legit. Yes, it is awesome to have for sure. Just a little bit more about signing your spouse up. I know a lot of people are hesitant about that, but it really is good to have that person at the top of your leg. And at the same time, it's really good to have somebody that's close to you or a family member on the other leg. My mom was at the top of my weak leg, and a couple months into the business, she decided she didn't want to do it. So she canceled. And then 3 years later wanted to get back in. Well, unfortunately, she can't get that spot in my business anymore because somebody else is there. So she ended up like in a totally different spot when she could have just kind of sat there and, either earned her carryover volume or, would be in a good spot once she started her business. The other thing is when you can also transfer a coach in. So like part of my plan that I have, and I know some other coaches do, is that when your children turn 18, you can transfer a business to them. So those top spots, if you are in this business for the long haul, are very important. Even though right now it might not seem like it is, once you start building and you see what this business can really do, they are very important spots in your business. So that's why I always suggest getting your spouse in there. I suggest the weak leg. Most people do. I've heard a few instances of the strong leg, but that's not what I would do, and that's what I ended up doing. And then I would suggest getting somebody on the other spot so that you do have those two spots there and you can build them. They don't have to build their business. You can even sign your spouse up. He or she does not need to stay on Shakeology HD as long as you're doing a $50 personal volume points, not $50, 50 PV order every 5 weeks. And, I've done that for different things like we Energize. So that'll go under his account, or for a while we were doing Shakeology, and it sometimes we just switch it around or get prizes for customers and things like that. But you don't have to keep that open. You don't have to keep the club membership open underneath that person's account either if you're not building them. But once they get to Emerald, obviously you will. That is kind of my little spiel I had for today. I know it's a lot of information to go over. Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask? All right. Well, if nobody has any questions, then I'm going to let you guys go. If you guys have topics that you want covered during this 4-week series, then let me know. Post below the group, send me a message asking any kind of questions that you would like, and I'll see how I can fit them all in. Thank you guys for jumping on during this day, and I will talk to y'all soon. Have a great day. Bye.